Hello, hello, everyone. I'm singing in the background. Oh, I'm singing in the background, yeah.
Singing in the background.
Singing in the background, yeah. Oh, singing in the background, yeah. All right, y'all. We get ready to get started. So y'all come on in. Hurry up and get on in here. Get on in here. Yes. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful Monday evening. Yes, it is, y'all. Yes, y'all. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh gosh, what's going on?
What's going on, Mary?
What's the matter, Tigger-Wigger? What's the matter with the Tigger-Wigger? Come here, Tigger-Wigger. Y'all hear him crying? He upset about something, Joseph. Oh. What's this? I don't know what that is, child. All right. Y'all come on and we get ready to get started. We just waiting for y'all to come on. Hey, James Setup. What's going on, Prince Monte?
Singing in the background. Ooh, yeah. I'm not in the forefront, but I'm in the background. Ooh. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Right out of my life.
Go ahead, sing it, honey.
Sing it, boo. In love the way I do. No, in love the way I do. I can say for certain that it's true. There's a chance for me and you. I surely feel like the time is near. The picture in my mind is very clear. I think love has brought us here. All right.
Oh, shit. My panties is moist.
Oh no. You need to fix that. You need to run a rag. Do you need to run a rag too?
You did it, boy. That's singing all sexual to me.
Child bride.
Yes. Should I sing something to Trumel? No. Y'all don't deserve all of that. If you saw the live earlier today,
Sheila, please prepare the waiting room. Sheila, please prepare the waiting room.
Stop. You gonna stop playing. Hey, Trisha.
Hey,
I got a surprise for y'all. When y'all see me, I got a surprise. I got a surprise for y'all. Oh, I got the wrong banner up, Joseph. Okay. I got the wrong banner up.
You got a what?
I have the wrong banner up.
Oh.
Okay, which one is it? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Shabba.
What you said, Shabba?
I'm sick and tired of getting these text messages talking about there's a package waiting for me. I ain't got no damn package waiting for me.
You put that song in my head now.
What?
Well, not that song, but Rochelle Farrell.
Which one?
Open Arms. That's my favorite song by her.
Oh, really? Little Monte. All right, y'all.
Go ahead, sing me something else.
Monte is here, y'all. Monte said, sing.
Sing, bitch, sing.
You better sing it.
That was James Steller.
Is just Dwayne in here? Let me tell y'all something. Dwayne, I caught your little TikTok today. Dwayne, I didn't know you can sing like that. Dwayne can sing, y'all. No, he can. Not only can he sing, okay, he can sing. He can sing, y'all. Dwayne can sing. Y'all go and check out his TikTok. Yeah, they y'all, do y'all think that me and Joseph should do? I'm gonna ask y'all a question. There's a challenge going on, right? It's called the Can We Talk Challenge. The Tevin Campbell song, Can We Talk? I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think we can do the Can We Talk Challenge? If so, if y'all think we can do it, right, we gonna do it.
We gonna do it if you say do it.
Yeah, we gonna do it if y'all say do it. We gonna do the Can We Talk Challenge.
Flacco, prepare the studio, please. Flacco.
I can see you now, James, line one. James, line one.
Yeah, Maria, thank you for calling.
All right, y'all, we ready to go. I got a surprise for y'all.
Dwayne said yes.
Y'all see the thumbnail, right? We're talking today about the queen of daytime TV, Miss Wendy Williams. Okay, that's what we're talking about today. Thank you, Elmira.
Along with some other things.
And what's going on, everybody on Facebook? That's joining us on Facebook. For those of you that are joining us on Facebook, we appreciate you joining us. However, if you have not subscribed to us on YouTube, you need to get over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel.
Don't act like y'all don't know how to get to YouTube, honey. You watch YouTube any other time.
Y'all need to get over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Just hit the subscribe button. Y'all, it don't cost nothing. It costs $0 to subscribe. And it costs $0 to get all your friends and family to go over to YouTube and subscribe to the TheMKingz. All right? So with that being said, yes.
Obante and James said, well, maybe one day I'll serenade y'all with that song.
All right. All right, with that being said, y'all, we're going to get started. Here we go. Hey! What's going on, y'all? Like the new hair? I slayed it, didn't I? Didn't I slay it? Did I slay it? Or did I slay it?
We got to have the Lord's Prayer first before we start.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me put the overlay back on. Joseph got to see.
You can stay there.
No, no. I want to be a part of it.
In the Lord's house, he shall come to love. Come on up in the Lord's house, he shall come to love. Come on up in the Lord's house, he shall come to love. Oh, yes. Now we blessed and we can have a show.
Hey. Y'all like to hear? Y'all like, did I slay it? Y'all tell me in the comments, did I slay it? Did I slay it? Check out the side. Did I slay it?
Hopefully he won't pull it out while he's sleeping.
I might pull it off, Joseph. You know how I am. You know, it gets it itching and stuff, and this don't work. That don't work for me. That don't work for me. It gets the itching. You know, I will peel this bitch back in a minute and start all over again. I will peel her off, honey. Do y'all think this is too much hair? Did I put too much?
No.
Is it too much? Do you think it's too much, Joseph?
No.
It's not. It feels like a lot for me.
No, it's thicker than normal.
And yeah, that's what it is. It's thick. It's thick. Child, it feel like a whole pillow. A pillow, Lord.
A pillow on your head.
A pillow, Lord. Jesus.
Send him a blessing,
I need a blessing, Jesus. I need a blessing and a healing for my soul, Jesus. Oh.
Oh, la, la,
hey!
Oh, la, 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 la,
yes.
La, 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 la.
Hold on. Oh, okay. I was wondering what my coffee was, Joseph.
In your face.
Mm-hmm. All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening. It's 7:30, as well as past 7:30. Welcome, welcome one, welcome all, welcome old, welcome new, welcome our day ones, welcome our loyal ones
Hey,
to
Melissa.
the TheMKingz show. Welcome, welcome to Evening Talk. Yes, Evening Chat with the Kings. Yes, with His Majesties. I'm His Majesty Tremel, and then my husband is singing in the background.
Ooh.
Oh, he's singing in the background, yay. Yes.
Y'all, you might be able to buy music from us soon on,
Yeah, I'm going back into the studio next year. I am. I'm going
on
back into the
Apple
studio next year.
Music and
Now, Monte, do you think I should do? I'm gonna ask Monte. Monte, give me an honest answer. Monte, do you think I should do a house song or should I do something more R&B? Which one should I do, Monte? Or what y'all think? Do y'all think I should do something R&B, or do y'all think I should do some music, house? Like house music is like my genre, you know.
The R&B music is me.
Yeah, Joseph is more R&B, but I'm house music, you know. And anybody, y'all, if y'all want to hear any of my music, I do have music on YouTube. My house music is on YouTube. Let's see. Let me get to this. Let me get to something. Okay. All right.
Dwayne said house.
Dwayne said house music?
See, house music is hard because ain't that many clubs open now.
Yeah, a lot of people don't listen to house music, but it is still popular. I can do that. House music and dance music are two of the same genre. It's like, well, dance music is more mainstream. Dance music is what they call it. They don't call it house music. House music is more, underground. Dance music is more mainstream. So I can do something mainstream, so I am going back into the studio. I just haven't decided, what type of music I want to go back in and do. Maybe I'll do house and I'll do R&B. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll do house, R&B, and dance music. Who knows? Who knows? But if you guys want to listen, if you guys want to hear my music here on YouTube, I used to sing with this group. It was called Taste. It's spelled Taiste. Again, that's Taiste. It's called Taste. And I have a couple of songs here on YouTube. If you want to, if you ever want to hear them, and I'll send you the link. I'll put the link. Matter of fact, I'll put the link in the description of this video to all of my to some of my music here on YouTube. Also, y'all know I used to be a dancer too. I was a dancer. I was in a couple of videos. I did a video with Michael Jackson. I was in his Bad video. Y'all know the song Because I'm bad, come on. I was in that video. I was in his video. So you can see that on YouTube too. And you know what? In the spirit of Christmas, right? In the spirit of Christmas, we're gonna have a contest. If you can guess, go and watch the Michael Jackson Bad video. If you can tell me, if you can guess who I am in the video, right? You got to tell me what I got on and everything. I will give you a king or queen ring. All right? So y'all go over and watch the Michael Jackson video. All right? And if you can guess who I am in the video, then I'll get you a king. And trust me, I'm dancing like right next to him. Right next to him. So y'all go over and watch the Bad video. All right? Hey, Melissa. You heard that song before, Melissa? You know me and Marshall Jefferson are good friends. Me and Marshall Jefferson. I'm good friends with a lot of people in the house music genre, like Kenny Bobian. Kenny Bobian is my best friend. Kenny Bobian, he sang that song, You Are My Friend. He sang that. He's like a good friend of mine. He's like my good Judy, honey. Jasmine, Colonel Abrams, God rest his soul. Colonel Abrams and we toured together for a long time. I also danced. I was a dancer for CeCe Pennington. Toured with her for about 2 years. Oh God, we had so much fun too. And many other house music artists I associate with still today. Yes, still today. Yeah, Colonel Abrams, unfortunately, oh wow. That's a sad story. That's a sad story. It's sad. It's a sad story how he passed away. Colonel Abrams was just like me. He had diabetes, but he really had it really bad. He had it really bad, and he unfortunately succumbed to the disease, to diabetes. He did. He succumbed to it, and it was gosh, it took him out really bad. But anyway, let's move on. Speaking of moving out, I don't know if you guys have gotten the news, but Wendy Williams is not coming back. That's the word on the street. She's not coming back to daytime TV. And we're going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is I'm going to talk about my history with Wendy Williams. Well, I know her personally, both personally and professionally, and personally from the radio and from TV. Her and I, we used to be cool, but we're not cool anymore. I used to go to her. I used to visit her show quite frequently, and she even gave me a nickname. She used to call me Cat Daddy. She did. She used to call me Cat Daddy. I really stopped, like kind of like messing with Wendy when she made that gay slur. I really didn't take too kindly to that. And
a video about it.
Yeah, I did a video about it. I really stopped really rocking with her after that. But this, I know that there's a lot of people that are not happy about her not returning, but there are a lot of people that are celebrating. There's a lot of people that are celebrating her not coming back. And I just so happen to be one of them. I don't think I'm celebrating. I'm just, to me, karma is a bitch. It's karma. If you've ever watched Wendy do her little hot topics and stuff like that, she's really said some horrible things about people. She said some really horrible things about people, and it's come back to bite her. Is what I believe. It's come back to bite her. Some of the things that she has said in social media about people like Nene Leakes, and Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Beyonce, the Kardashians, just about everybody. Even she befriended Black China and talked bad about her. Talk bad about her mom. She's really said some terrible things about people in their personal lives and stuff like that. And her doing her hot topics, and she said, "Well, that was just my job." No, sister, that was not your job. Your job was to report, what was going on in hot topics, but your personal opinions about people, you could have kept to yourself. And I think this is just karma coming back to get her. Right now, Wendy Williams is suffering with lymphedema. She also has a thyroid condition, and she's had some really tumultuous. She's had a tumultuous for the past 5 years, Joseph? It's been very tumultuous for her in this 5-year period. She has gone from being happily married to, I don't even know if it was happily married, but from being married to now being divorced. In the midst of her marriage, her husband was had a side chick, and the side chick done had a baby. It was alleged that she was being beat by Kevin. But at the end of the day, let's not even talk about the beating. We ain't gonna talk about the alleged beating. Let's talk about how this man bought his side chick a house around the motherfucking corner.
With her money.
From her. Y'all understand what I'm saying? He bought Joseph. I'm married
and
to
let
you.
her drive Wendy's car.
Joseph, I'm married to you, right? And I got a side piece. And I done bought a house for my side piece around the corner from here. What you gonna do?
Burn it down.
I'm telling you that's what I'm doing. If I find out, let me tell you something. If I found out that my husband had a side chick, first of all, I'm cutting his ass everywhere but the bottom of his motherfucking feet.
But the bottom of my feet.
I'm dead serious. I'm cutting him everywhere but the bottom of his feet. And the only reason why I'm not cutting the bottom of his feet because I want to give him the opportunity to get to the hospital. Okay? But if to add insult to injury, if I find out that he done bought this bitch a motherfucking house
and got her pregnant
and got the bitch pregnant
and let her drive around in my car
and let the bitch drive around in my motherfucking car, oh, it's on. I'm going to jail. Let me tell you something. I'm not only going to jail, honey. I'm going to prison.
And then she floating pictures around on the internet with her.
I'm going to prison, honey. I'm going to prison because I'm going to kill the bitch. I'm going to kill him and I'm going to kill her. I'm killing both of their asses. I'm going to lay both of them out for Bragg's funeral home. Bragg's funeral home in Patterson, New Jersey. I'm laying both of them out.
Now, the one thing I do give her credit for
the funeral home to come. No, Joseph. Ain't no credit.
No, the one thing I give Wendy credit for is that she did put it out there. Everybody was putting it out there, but she told her own story. She didn't try to.
She had no other choice.
No, but there are people that wouldn't have said nothing and just let the media just keep going.
Let me tell you something. I didn't even. You know what? I didn't even respect her for that. I ain't giving her no points. I ain't giving her no props for that because she had no other choice but to tell her story. Number one.
Well, she had a choice.
No,
she didn't have to.
Yes, she did.
No, she did because it play out in the media.
Because she could have. If it would have played out in the media, it would have looked real bad.
It started playing out in the media, and then she just took over, which is the right thing.
Well, no, first she lied.
No, that's what I'm saying. She let it take over in the media first.
No. This is what she did. If you remember, I remember. First she lied, and she said everything, for those of you, I know y'all been hearing everything in the blogs and stuff like that, but everything is fine in the Hunter home. Those were her exact words. Okay? And then when shit start to heat up the clutch 750 deluxe. Then we speed down the hush, breaking trees in the Dutch. When shit started to heat up, that's when she opened up her mouth. So I don't have no respect for her for that. I'm not gonna give her no props for that. I don't give her no props, period. I think Wendy Williams is getting exactly what she deserved. I do. I think she's getting exactly what she deserved. I think her illness, everything that's going on with her, I think she is getting exactly what she deserves. I'm like Nene Leakes. Now, Wendy, you need to be finding the nearest water pill, honey, to drain those legs, girl. You need to be finding the nearest water pill. And you know what? I hate to celebrate in somebody's misery, but yes, God. Yes, God. Because that's how God works. See, you get what you give in this world. You do. You get what you give. She is getting everything she deserved for years and years and years and years. And you know what? Let me just say this. Some of the stories that she told may have been true. They may have been true. But the shit that she has done to people that was rocking with her like Nene, and let me tell you something, I don't even like Nene no more. I don't like that bitch. I don't like that bitch. And we're going to talk about her one day too. I'm going to tell y'all why I don't like that bitch Nene Leakes. I don't like that bitch either. But what she did to Nene, how she ripped Nene on Bravo, that was foul. Because Nene Leakes and her were Cookie Crunch girlfriends. Y'all don't understand. Her and Nene was Cookie Crunch. Nene would come to New York and hang out with her. You know what I'm saying? And she laid Nene out on national goddamn TV. And that shit was fucked up. It was, Joseph. Could you imagine if Omar did that to you? What would you do?
No.
What would you do? Here you are, you and Omar, y'all best friends, right? He a talk show host. And he goes on another show. And he just rips you, talks about you like you a dog. What you gonna say? What you gonna do?
Well, I would be mad.
Damn, now I would be more than mad. I would whoop his ass. You're supposed to be my best friend? Bitch, you're supposed to be my best friend.
I don't know if they're best friends. I never thought they were best friends.
No, they wasn't best friends, but they was still Cookie Crunch. They was close, Joseph.
Well, the reality of it all is, if anybody trusted Wendy, they were stupid.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're stupid.
Yeah, you are.
Because you can't trust somebody like her. And I think Nene trusted her to a degree, but a lot of what Wendy Williams said about people was true. The problem came in, like you said, is when she put her own opinion to it.
Right.
Because her opinion is what was the hurtful part to most people.
That was, it was like a dagger.
But at the same time, given what she was trying to do and what she was trying to become,
right,
that was her job.
Yeah, that was her job in a sense.
Give an opinion. I mean, it's no different than what me and you do.
Right.
What we doing right now. But so we're giving our opinion on the situation.
Yeah, but see, my opinions, my personal opinions are such that, with all due respect.
Okay, but
you understand what I'm saying? My opinions are with all due respect. If I got an opinion, I'm gonna do it with all due respect, right? And then there's some things I feel like if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. I'm not saying it at all. Like, it's a lot of shit that I can talk about, like, Joseph, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Because it's a lot of shit that I can talk about. It's a lot of people in these YouTube streets that I could talk about. But I won't. Because some things are just best left unsaid by certain people.
Well, because
that's just not how I rock. I don't rock like that. I don't rock like that. If you're my friend, right? Like Joseph, we got allies. We got allies in these YouTube streets, right?
Right.
And we may or may not have opinions about these allies.
And no shade, do you trust them all?
I'm not gonna say I trust them all, but at the same time, I'm not trying to agitate nobody, right. And nor will I, if there was something negative going on with them, will I come out here and blurt out their issues, right. Or blurt out my personal opinion on how I feel about it.
She never blurted out anything that wasn't already in the blog.
No. She knew
personal stuff.
She wore Nene out. She gave her personal.
If she knew personal stuff, then she would tell.
Right. See, no, I'm not talking
about.
But
most of her little quote unquote hot topics was already out there, just in other
But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the hot topics and stuff like that. I'm talking about like
she got exposed people stuff.
No. She got real personal about Nene Leakes. She got real personal. I don't think that she should be, I don't think that she should be a housewife and what's she gonna do for money? You don't know how much money this woman got. Because Nene Leakes, you don't know like and
so
then see my thing is this. I see, and this is where my humility comes in. I'm like, okay, Wendy Williams, you got nerve talking about this woman when you sitting here and your legs look like two like you got on sweatpants. You got nerve, Miss Thing. Like Joseph, you know how we gay people are. It's like, Miss Thing, how dare you? How dare you try with me, Miss Thing? How dare you try it with me, Miss Thing? Like I remember one time, Joseph, one of my friends, he used to do coke all the time, right? But he used to always try to read people, but he would never try to come for me. Well, one day that bitch came for me, honey. Miss Chris, God rest her soul. I said, Miss Chris, I know you're not trying this thing. What you need to do, and Miss Chris used to wear these tight ass braids. Like she was, she used to wear these tight ass. I said, Miss Chris, I said, you know what you need to do? You need to get 12 of your good girlfriends together, girl, to knock those motherfucking braids up out of your motherfucking service, honey. You need a 12-step program. First of all, you need a 12-step program, girl. Number one. Number two is you need to get 12 of your good girlfriends together to knock those motherfucking braids up out of your service, girl. Don't try it with me, Miss Thing. Don't try it with me, Miss Thing. You're trying it with me, Miss Thing. You're wearing those. You're wearing those. You're talking about my shoes, honey. You're wearing those with a sport coat, girl. You're trying it, Miss Thing, for real. You're trying it, Joseph. Joseph. You know how I used to read the girls back in the day.
First of all, you already know if you're gonna bring in the girls, honey. You already know, and even in I don't care, gay, straight, whatever. The most fucked up people are the ones always trying to read you and tell your business.
Oh, you're not gonna come for me, Miss Thing. You're not gonna come for me unless I send for you,
because they want to take the attention off themselves.
You're not gonna.
So they try to put it on somebody else.
Listen.
And that's what she did.
Nobody gonna come for me, honey, unless I send for them, honey.
Her whole life was falling apart. And that's what she did. She took the attention off herself and put it on everybody else until she couldn't do it no more. And then her whole life fell apart in front of her face. And honestly, if you ask me, I personally think the bitch is having a nervous breakdown. And they don't want to say that because she's gagging. Because her whole life is playing out in front of her. And she never thought it was going to end this way. She never thought it would be like this. And now she's gagging, and she made her own self sick. Yeah. I believe she just because she had time to sit by herself in this COVID, and if COVID wouldn't have happened, she would have been okay. But I think because she had time to sit home and dwell in her shit, and think about what she's done, and think about her little miserable life, and how miserable it is even more miserable now. Because you always hear she talk about wanting to be married and be with somebody and be loved. And now she by herself with her little two cats. Her son ain't with her.
She's become the person. She has become the person that she has talked about.
And that's why she's sick. I believe it's all a psychological mental breakdown.
Good. And you know what? I never wished that on her. But now that she's going through it, I say, good for you.
I mean, you don't know what
am I bad for saying that? Am I bad? Is it bad for me to say because I'm not trying to make nothing bad come upon me. I'm a good person. First of all, I'm a good person, honey. I'm a good person. I'm not like that.
I'm not happy that she's...
I am. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad.
Let me tell you something.
I'm glad.
If karma is biting her in the ass, then so be it as far as the show goes. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm not going to sit and relish in somebody being sick.
I'm not relishing in it. I'm not saying I'm relishing in it.
Sit and say karma got her because she's sick. I'm not going to say that.
No, I'm not relishing
because I just think that part of it is mean for people to be happy that she's sick.
Why?
She's
Why?
whatever.
Why? She was celebrating when certain people went through certain shit. Why?
Because it's
Joseph,
not
in
cool.
this world, you get what you get.
Right.
You
but
get what you get.
I'm saying for me personally, I'm not rejoicing in the person being sick.
She ain't worth. Listen, first of all,
their downfall because they sick. Now, if they have a downfall for any other thing, like the show, good for you, bitch. That's what you get. That's your karma right there.
Listen. I think
you wanted to be the queen of TV. You sat there and said, "Oh, I'm gonna be on forever," and la 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 la. No, now you're gay.
No, listen. I want to be understood in this whole situation. First of all, it ain't even worth me celebrating anything when it comes to her. You know, like I said, I stopped fucking with Wendy when she made that racial slur about gay people. You know what I'm saying? And I will never forgive her for that. I'm one of the people when you say or do something to me or say certain stuff, I don't care. You can apologize all you want to. That shit don't mean nothing to me.
Well,
listen. Hold on, Joseph. Hold on. I don't forgive her for that, and I will never forgive her for that racial slur because that's how she really felt about gay people. Okay, that's how she really felt. You saw it. You saw it. You saw her anger, her frustration, and how she really felt about gay people. I will never forgive her for that, ever. As far as her being ill, and as far as her going through whatever she going through, her nervous breakdown and all that shit, I say good for her. I think that's what you get because that's what you gave. That's what you get because that's what you gave. And if you got that, if you got it, I ain't wasting my energy celebrating in it, but good for your ass. That's what you get. That's what you get. When you do good things for people, Joseph, you get good things back. When you do fucked up shit to people, you're gonna get fucked up in the end. Trust me when I tell you, you might be on top right now. It's like that song that Tyler Perry sang. Yeah, if y'all ever saw one of Tyler Perry's plays, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, ain't it funny how life goes around? The same people that you meet on the way up are the same people that you're gonna meet on the way down. Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? Life is like the Alpha and the Omega. Do you know what the Alpha and Omega is, Joseph? The Alpha and Omega means life goes around and around. It repeats itself. And in life, what you put out there is what you get back. That saying that nice guys finish last, that shit ain't true. Nice guys, if you are a nice guy, you gonna get your blessing. You're gonna get your blessing in the end. If you're a nice person, if you're a good person, you're gonna eventually get your blessing. You may not get it the way you want to get it, but you're gonna get your blessing.
Hey, best friend.
You gonna get your blessing.
And best friend, I agree with you. That's why I said what I said. I don't mind the show thing, but I'm not, and honestly, I don't ever remember Wendy making fun of people being sick. So for me, I'm not reveling or happy that she's sick.
Me neither.
But I'm not.
I'm just saying, good for your ass, bitch. Good for your
the
bitch.
Show thing,
good for your bitch.
That is
good for
karma, because she thought she was going to be on TV forever and ever and ever.
Well, we all knew that wasn't going to happen. We all knew that wasn't going to happen.
Slap in her face for all the shit she's done to other people. That
but Joseph, in our world,
success on and what are you going to do and da 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 da. The show is her karma. But as far as her being sick and stuff like that, my thing is, even if she wasn't sick, she still deserved to lose the show because she's a bitch. She's a bitch. And I just, being that I'm a person with medical issues, I just can't sit and be like, oh, good for the bitch. I'm glad she's sick. And I'm not.
No, I'm not. No, I would never say I'm glad she's sick, Joseph, because you know I have my medical issues that I go through, and sometimes I have my good days, I have my bad days. I wouldn't wish my illness on anybody. I really wouldn't. So I'm not
right. Like I personally think, and it's like what I said. I really do. I think that Wendy mentally made herself sick because you know there are people that you sit around and you can make yourself sick because you just sit in misery and depression and stuff like that. And I think that's what happened to her.
The only lesson that I see in this, because there is a lesson in this, y'all. Y'all know there's a lesson in this, right? Y'all know this is a lesson. There's a lesson.
Don't make fun of people.
No, when you make it to the top, you have to be humble. You have to humble yourself, Joseph. If you don't humble yourself, you understand what I'm saying? If you don't humble yourself,
so
you're not going to be at the top for long. See, it's people, do y'all know it's people that stay at the top for a lifetime.
You telling me I can't have Sylvia, Sheila, and Jonathan?
Yeah, you can have Sylvia, Sheila, and Jonathan if you're humble. If you're humble.
And Roberta.
You can have anything you want in this world. But the key to life is you have to be humble. You have to appreciate.
I'm not sure.
You have to appreciate. Listen, you got to
welcome.
Joseph, you have to appreciate what you have. I'm serious about this, y'all. You can hit the lottery tomorrow. And if you turn into this bitch, this bitch that turn their nose up at everybody, you think you better than everybody because you got money. It always happens. It always happens. Those people, they fall. They fall. You fall. You fall.
But I think also too that a lot of times when you talk about people a certain way and you become that, a lot of people can't handle that. That's too much to handle.
What's too much to handle?
I've been there, so I know what I'm talking about.
What's too much to handle?
When you treat people a certain way and talk about them a certain way, and then you become the people that you've talked about, it takes a strong person to live through that. Because your mind is going to sit and play tricks on you and go, well, what are you going to do now because you're this person? You sat talking about these people and now you are them. So what are you going to do now?
Stew, honey. You're going to
a
simmer
hard
and stew,
place to live in.
You're going to simmer. You're going to simmer and
when my whole world fell apart, and I'm sitting there, and my mind is just telling me, so now, bitch.
But let me ask you this, Joseph, before you go into that. How many times have you been through that?
Oh, honey, once. Because it only took me one time to realize. You think I'm stuck up and conceited, but trust me, I'm very humble. Because if you would have saw the person I was before I went through what I went through, you wouldn't have married me again. I tell you that. I tell you, if I did not go through what I went through, we would not be married. And we wouldn't be. And I'm not even going to lie to you. We wouldn't be.
Because
I would have just, you would have just looked at me and been like, who the hell are you? You see how I said you was a nice, humble old man? Mm-hmm. You would have looked at me and said, who have you become, bitch?
Yeah, you because I come from a different world. You see, I want y'all to understand, I come from a different world. Like, you know, I talk about my experience in life. I talk about my experience in church. And I come from the Church of God in Christ. And in my church, we were taught. My pastor taught us to love one another. My pastor taught us to not judge one another. So we didn't. In my church, there was no gossip. People didn't gossip about each other. Like, sister this one, she doing this, and brother this one, she doing. We didn't do that. I didn't experience that in my church. I didn't experience that in my life. Like, I didn't have that experience.
Hey, Buzzworthy TV.
Because I didn't have that experience, I'm a different person. Like, if I were to become a millionaire today, I would be humble.
Thank you for coming,
Buzzworthy. The one thing that it would do is it would humble me even more. I would be that I would be the same Terrell that you see here sitting here. I would be the same Terrell.
And you know what,
I would be no different.
I believe that. But that's where it becomes a double-edged sword. Because you portraying yourself as one way. And we know because it happened to Terrell. They saw him sitting there like he is now, all animated and, oh, bitch, da-da-da-da-da. And when they met him in person, it was a whole different person.
No, listen, Buzzworthy TV. But before you go on, Joseph, Buzzworthy TV. I've worked with Wendy Williams as well, and you're right. She is a very nice person. Let me be clear about that. Wendy Williams is a very nice person, and she can be humble, but she's not always nice, and she's not always humble. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
I believe she's humble and nice when she's Wendy, meaning when she's home and when she's with people that she knows.
Right.
But when she's Wendy Williams,
she's a bitch.
She's just out of control.
Yeah.
But that's what people expect from Wendy Williams.
Right.
Wendy is a totally different person. Wendy is who she really is.
But Joseph, you know me. Quiet. I'm the same person.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. That people get caught up in how you are on TV or social media.
Right.
And then when they meet you in person and you're not that, it's either do I need to be animated and loud like I am, or do I be who I really am? Because people get caught up in the whole, they think you act like that all the time because that's what they see.
Yeah.
And they don't see the personal side.
Right.
They only see the social media side.
Right, right.
So it becomes, this is who you are, blah, 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 blah. And they go by that. They don't go by, well, maybe, maybe she's a different person when she's on TV.
Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. You can't do that. You can't go around turning your nose up at people and saying horrible things about people and horrible things and not expect for something to come back on you. You can't do it, Joseph. You can't live your life like that, because if you live your life like that, eventually your time is going to come.
When you sometimes you don't even realize that you are changing or that you have become this person.
Joseph, I've had money before. I've had money.
I know it has nothing to do with that.
Listen. It does. It does. It really does.
Money
does
change people.
Yeah, hold on.
People change people.
No, hold on. No, Joseph, you're wrong about that.
So you gonna have $1 million and hang with broke bitches? No, you're not.
I would.
Your circle starts changing automatically when people find out that you have money.
I don't believe that.
It does.
No, I don't believe that. Let me tell you something.
You don't even have to seek out people.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Another good friend of mine, Tupac Shakur. Now that was a real brother, because money didn't change him. Money did not change him. And this is what I'm saying. Money and status, Joseph. It ain't no people change people. Yeah, people change people too. But money and status change you too. And when you have money and status, and you have influence, like this woman did, you can't let it change you.
Put the link in Trinell because Buzz really wants to come on.
Okay. You can't let it change you, because if you allow it to change you, then it's going to turn you into.
Well, I can tell you now,
a different person. Joseph, listen, I worked in the music industry for over 30 years. I've met celebrities. I've worked with celebrities. And I will tell you this, a majority of the celebrities that I worked with are totally different. Off camera, off stage.
Well, than they have a persona.
Than they are, when they're out in the public eye and on stage and performing and stuff like that.
It's no different than me and you.
I've met, you understand what I'm saying? They're just totally different. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you can't allow, Joseph. Oh, Jesus, I don't know how to say it. Okay, we're gonna bring.
Well, you can't explain it to me, because I can tell you now. If I was rich, honey, I wouldn't hang around no broke bitches. I ain't even gonna lie. Now, if you was my friend, when I say broke bitches, I mean bitches that wasn't in the same tax bracket as me. Now, if we were friends all this time, then that ain't no issue. But I ain't making new friends that are broke. I'm not. I ain't even gonna lie. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing in common.
See,
We just don't.
Well, me and you, we different.
We on a different level.
We different because I'm the type of person. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you broke. I don't care who you are. If I rock with you, we friends. I don't care. I'll pick up a bum on the street, honey, and we will go to the club, honey, and have a good time.
Okay.
And then I will drop him off at his corner, honey, and let him do his thing. That's just very me. That's very me, honey. I'm a people person.
Oh, no,
I don't care about how much money you got. If I'm a millionaire, you got $2 in your pocket, honey. We can still be Cookie Crunch girlfriends.
We can't go nowhere because I gotta pay.
I'm gonna leave that one right on the Buzz. Hey, Buzz, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?
What's going on?
Nothing much. First of all, I want to tell you I love y'all commentary because this is a really good topic. Honestly, her situation is really good or bad, has brought a lot of light to what goes on in the industry. I like how you said about how, people do get caught up. And that is so true. People get caught up. They let their egos take over everything. This is so true. But what I will say is this. When they're saying karma, 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 I mean, a little bit, especially when you broke it down, I will say it did cut on the light bulb. But my thing is, as somebody who works in social media, when you see people who basically let these celebrities live in their head rent free and want to talk bad about them, say worse stuff than Wendy Williams at them on social media. And my thing is, okay, say what you want to say. To me, it's like, okay, everybody has an opinion, so you can go in the shade room and do whatever you want to do and say what you got to say. But when you at them, you want them to see it. So you want them to see that hateful comment. And it's like, that's not fair either. So do they get karma too? You get what I'm saying? It's like, to me, where does it end? That's my issue. Yes, has she hit below the belt? Absolutely. But people do it all the time. So where, you get what I'm saying? Where do we differentiate?
She ain't the only one. We ain't see. I'm not listening. I ain't saying that she the only one because a lot of them out there, Joseph. It's a lot of them out there. But
exactly.
What I'm saying is that in order to change the narrative, in order for us to, there's a lesson. There's a lesson. The blessing. There's a lesson. You have, if you humble yourself, you're gonna have longevity.
Now, I believe this is a lesson because everybody is waking up. I will believe this. I will believe this. This has been a talk. Ever since she has not been back, this has been everybody has been talking, doing commentary, because this is a lesson. Whether you want to, she is a walking human, whether we want to happen to her or not, because again, I worked with her and I do feel bad. I feel really bad because she was not. She's not that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she was really nice to me.
Like I said, I've worked with her as well. I've worked with her. I used to go to her show I used to be in her audience all the time. Me and Wendy, we cool.
Right.
We was cool. And so she made that comment about gay people. We was cool. I'm telling you, if you've ever been to the Wendy Williams show, they used to have, during the breaks, we party. And stuff like that.
And they sat me right there, so I was on camera the whole time.
She used to call me Cat Daddy. I used to win all the dance contests, and y'all, it's people that can vouch for this shit. I used to win all the dance contests, during the breaks and stuff. I used to win all the prizes because she used to give us. You know.
She used to give out prizes. Yep. Sure did.
I used to go home with gift cards and prizes, child vacuum cleaners and all kinds.
Actually, it's been 2 years because we went for your birthday.
Yeah.
The last time we went was for your birthday.
Yeah. And she said happy birthday.
Because you had on the crown.
She comes. Listen, y'all. I know Wendy. I know her.
Oh, that's what I said. I get it. I get it.
I'm praying that. Honestly, this is from my heart. I'm praying that she recovers from her medical issues. I know what it is to be depressed. I have bipolar disorder. I have PTSD. I have adult ADD. I know what it's like to have mental issues. I hope she recovers from this stuff.
And it's like I said, I really think
I do. But what I'm saying in general, I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, is when you dabble in this, when you do these things, you get what you give.
Yeah. No, I agree. I just wish other people would understand. Like, you seem to understand. Like, you're like, myself included. Whatever I put out there, I'm going to get back. So I get that. But some people don't get that. They still go on and make their hateful comments. Like, well, you know, karma goes both ways. Not just to her. Not just to her.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be hateful here. I don't want to be hateful. Listen,
right.
I'm not trying to be hateful. I'm a realist. I look at these from a reality point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. This is how I look at things. You know, that's how I do.
See, for me, what I think is wrong with it is that Wendy will call you, have a personal conversation with you, and then get back on TV the next day and talk about it.
But you know what? That comes from how she was raised, though, too. Because if you ever watch, well, I didn't. Of course, I don't know her like that. But I followed her career, so I remember her saying in the interview, like, her father, who was prominent in the community, owned several businesses. Her father would have disagreements with a business partner. They would hash it out, you know, they would go at it, but at the end of the day, they would still be friends. And I think she still has that mentality, like, I can drag you because this is my job. At the end of the day, I'm going to call you. And that's why with her and Nene, she felt like she could say what she wanted to say on that show and then call her after the fact and be like, girl, I'm sorry. Because that's how she was raised, because that's what her dad did.
Yeah.
When he ran his business.
You know what? I really don't think that she realized the severity of what she had done. She really didn't. That's just who that's just how she used to say it all the time. Y'all, this is my job.
Mm-hmm. And even if you follow, I want to take two instances. One, I'm gonna go back to Nene. Even Nene said in the most recent interview, she called me after that. I was just so mad that I couldn't really receive what she was saying, but she called me to apologize after that. Jasmine said the same thing. After that blow up when she did the flower, she called her, because again, she sees it as, you know, as she grew up, her father had several businesses. Him and his friends would go at it, but Bill be cool at the end of the day, have beers and whatever. So she thinks she can do the same thing, and you just can't.
Right. Yo, do y'all know how many celebrities Wendy Williams fell out with, and they cook and they friends now? Like Lil Kim, honey, she's talking to
right. Shoot. Even her and Diddy. Diddy's been on her show, and Diddy had her suspended.
Yeah.
You know?
But she has a different mentality. She's like, this is my job, y'all. I'm Wendy Williams off stage.
Mm-hmm.
My job is to tell y'all a story. And if I can drag you to tell the story, I'm gonna tell the story. I don't care. We Cookie Crunch. She was friends with the Kardashian. What's Kim Kardashian's mama name? She was
Kris Jenner. Yep.
Kris Jenner. She told Kris Jenner. Her and Kris Jenner made an agreement. Girl, when you get ready to talk about me, just give me a call and let me know you get ready to talk about me.
People need to realize that Wendy is like the cable man. Yes. Sorry you didn't pay your cable bill, so I gotta turn your cable off. We friends. I'm still gonna talk to you after.
Oh my God, I love it.
And that's the problem. Wendy just did what she did because it was her job, and she felt you shouldn't take it personal,
right?
But at the same time, you can't tell people what they don't take personal.
Right. I like that. You can't tell people what to take personal, because if it cuts deep, it cuts deep, and you can't tell me how to feel. I like it. You're right. You're right.
And we on the outside, we like, girl, if you was talking about me like that, girl, I'm coming to the studio. Wendy, bring your ass outside. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Because to be in fact, if somebody thought they did something wrong to you when they talked about you, they would call you the next day or that night, because in their minds, like, ooh, they mad at me, I ain't calling them. She'd sit there and talk about you on her show in the morning and call you, girl, what you doing? And you'd be like, bitch, you just talked about me like a dog.
Like, bitch, I know you ain't, girl, I know you ain't calling me this. I know you ain't calling me, girl. Because
right.
You know what I'm saying? You know it, listen. There's people that have said stuff to me, and I'll be looking at them like, bitch, did you just say that? Do you really want me to stab you? I will stab you, honey. I will stab you with these damn glasses.
Because you violent. My husband violent.
I will. I'll stab you. I will stab you. Girl, I know you didn't just try it with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just, well, my husband tell me all the time that I run my mouth too much. He said that's the reason why he's getting my ass whooped.
You ain't no different than Wendy, honey, because let somebody tell you something, you'll get right on here and blab it.
No, I'm not a direct shade person. You are. You a shade bitch. Well, I'm the type of person that if you don't throw shade at me, you ain't got to worry about me throwing shade at you. You ain't got to worry about that.
I mean, you know, sometimes.
You're the bougie bitch.
You just got to do it.
You're the bougie one, Joe.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do
like I said, sometimes.
We had this conversation this morning, Joseph. We had this conversation this morning.
No, but I'm saying sometimes it really don't be the money sometimes. It's the people around you because you don't realize, like, seriously, you can go in you become a different person, meaning you're going to different places because you can now. You're going to different surroundings because you can, because you have the money to be there, meaning like restaurants and stuff like that. You make friends with, and I'm telling you what happened to me, because I've never been a person to look at somebody and say, "Oh, I'm better than you," and da da da. I've never been that person. But because I don't want to say a certain status, but because I was living a certain way and a certain lifestyle, the people around me lived the same way. And I was just watching them throw shade at people and be like, "Oh, no, no, I would never be around you." And like be really mean to people. And in my mind, I'm like, that's horrible. How could you treat somebody like that? But
see, now you sound like how I would be. Like I felt like when you guys were talking about different statuses, I felt like I would feel like both of you, like how, you know, you were saying that you went, like how you said, okay, well, my money is about to change, so my circle is going to change. That is true, because when you get into a certain type of status, your circle is going to change. However, like your husband said, also you can't let that change who you are authentically. Like authentically, who I am, I'm not going to, you know, look my nose down at somebody who has less than me.
Right.
But see, that's the thing when you around, and I'm not making excuses for it. But when you see that being done and you around it so much, like I would meet dudes that wanted to date me and stuff. I'm not dealing with you. You don't have a car. Oh, you drive a Honda. I'm in a Lexus. I don't have time for, like, I thought that in my mind. And I wouldn't give them the time, but I would never verbally say that to anybody because I think that is mean and horrible. But I was thinking these things like the people I was around. And when everything was taken away and I was sitting there with no car and no nothing,
and Gag Nation setting on you.
And the reality of it was, well, now, bitch, you're a bum like you thought everybody else was. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go jump in the gutter like you was thinking about them? Or did the trinkets change you, make you a different person? Or are you still the same person you were with or without those things?
Right.
And I realized, you know, I'm that same person with or without those things. I'm still a nice person. I'm still that will go out and do whatever for you. And if you needed my help, I would help you. But I had to go through that because I'm being honest, I didn't realize that mentally I was changing. My thought process was changing because I was around people like that.
Well,
I was around people that would say to you, they're not fucking with you because you don't have a certain type of car, or you don't live in a certain type of area, or you don't live in a certain type of house. And to me, when they did it verbally, it was disgusting. But then when I ran across people, and I did it mentally. So I'm like, I'm no different than them. Just because I'm not saying it to a person out loud, doesn't make it any better, because I'm still thinking the same things that they're thinking. But being around it so much and being in settings and being invited to parties and being places where I would not have been had I not had that certain type of lifestyle.
Right.
It changes you to a degree. And if you're not careful and pay attention Sometimes, honestly, it just happens. It's
Well,
not even like you want it to happen.
Let me say this. You, Joe, my husband, I love you with all my heart, but I want to say this to you. You are blessed because you've only been through that one time in your whole entire life. You've only been through that one time versus my probably 10 to 20 times.
Oh no, honey, because I learned my lesson.
But some people don't learn it that quickly.
I was
so
always
what he's saying is that you had the wisdom to say it only took me once. That's what he's saying.
right now. See, now I was always humble. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I've always been the same person I am now, the same humble Terrell that I am now. I've always been, but I've been through what you've been through once. I've been through that a whole bunch of times, and I guess me going through that so many times, it made me even more humble. It made me more appreciative that whenever I got something, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes some people say, Terrell, you a fool. I've had money and I've given money away. I've given all my money away to my family members, to my friends, stuff like that. Terrell, you just dumb as hell.
But see, Terrell, have you thought about this though? If she does come back, because let's just say this, because now it's whispers.
I would love for her to come back.
But let's see this though. But if she does come back in February, because there's whispers that she'll come back in February. If she has this whole new lease on life, you gotta remember. Then you're gonna have some critics gonna say she's gotten soft. You gotta think about that, and that's gonna get into her head too.
Right?
Have I gotten soft?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything is just a factor. If she becomes, because remember when she was going softer on the Kardashians, everybody like, oh, you went to the Kardashians' house, so now you don't want to talk about it, so then she had to go back to talk about it. Right. I mean, all that plays into the psyche.
Yes, it does, because like we said, it's a personality.
Right.
And like you said, listen, I don't know about you, Buzz, but I know her on a personal level, and I know her on a professional. Like I said, I know her both personal and professional wise. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so, just like with me, like Joseph said, we've met some of our subscribers. We've met them for lunch. We've met them to have drinks and stuff like that. And when they meet me, they expect for me to be all over the place, all animated and stuff. But I'm not that.
Right.
I meet people. I'm just a totally different person. I'm laid back. I have a good time with you. I can turn up. I can be animated when I want to. But if you should ever personally meet me, don't expect for me to be all this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't expect for me to be all this, because I'm the McCray. This is the McKingz right here. Mm-hmm. Camera. But when I'm off camera, I'm just a normal husband, that shares his life with his husband. I do the normal things. I go to the grocery store, I cook, I clean. You know what I'm saying?
I know, I hear you.
I'm hungry.
Whatever, Joe. Whatever, Joe.
You're like, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Y'all see my man chauvinist husband? I cook for him, I clean for him. I'm just a regular schmegular guy. You understand what I'm saying? And that's who Wendy is the same way. She got a son. I'm pretty sure she don't act like that when she around her son. Mm-mm. I've seen her. I mean, y'all. Listen, if she came back, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you I ain't gonna watch her. Because even as much as I don't forgive her for the little gay slur that she made, I still watched her. I ain't going to sit here and tell you I didn't watch the whole show. I would watch Hot Topics. That's all I would watch. I watched Hot Topics, and when Hot Topics was over, I changed channel. Because that's who we've grown to expect.
Right. That's who she is. Hot Topics.
Right.
At the end of the day.
She's been around for years. Child, when I was, y'all know how long that woman been around. She's been around since I've been a teenager. She's been around. She's
been around since the late 80s, going into the 90s. Like, stop it. Like, that's what I said. I said, and I think I'm hurt because everything you guys are saying is just so on point. On point. I just feel so bad on the flip side, because I do feel like the producers are taking her show and just taking her format that she created. Now, let's just be real. Since I can say this now, since people are listening, when the producers didn't give Wendy this platform and say, "Hey, you're charismatic, you're the host." No, she brought that platform to them. And
Right.
I just feel like they're whitewashing and making it more politically correct and taking advantage of her being down. And I just don't. Something is speaking to me and saying that it's just not right.
But
Something funny is going on.
now, Buzz, I don't know if you work in the entertainment industry. I don't know what you do, but if you do, just in case you do, you know that's entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That's entertainment. That's the industry.
Yeah.
Industry. Y'all, let me tell y'all, it's like they say on Project Runway. One day you in, and the next day you out.
Yep. And the funny thing is, it's so funny because Kelvin Hunter did post something on his stories like almost a month ago, talking about how he's witnessed executives, try to use and abuse and take, people of color and people of minorities ideas. And people was like, oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. But then after he said that, and then look what we're looking at. Was that his way of saying that, hey,
Yeah.
basically, that's what they doing to her. And I feel like this. He's a you know what hoe, and he's toxic. But
Right.
I do feel like at the end of the day that he views her as family, and I feel like that's why he said what he said, because I think he saw it coming. I think he saw this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Of course he did. Of course he did. And most celebrities do see it coming when it's coming. They did it to Michael Jackson.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? This is nothing like y'all. Some people out there are shocked by it, but this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new when y'all really look at it in the grand scheme of things. This ain't nothing new. It's nothing new. Listen, I'm praying for the woman. I'm praying that she recovers health-wise, and if she should happen to want to come back to television, I wish her well. But if she should happen to just say, you know what, I'm gonna there was a content creator said that said, she's getting older and she should bow out gracefully. If she bowed out gracefully, I respect that.
Yeah, but I don't like it like this. I feel like she's worked too damn hard for it to end like this. She needs to come back and do a farewell and end it out with a bang, because that's her show. That is the house that Wendy built.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, she definitely needs to come back. And if that's what she want to do, absolutely, I'm with you. If she feels like she needs to go and focus on her, absolutely, go do that. But just come back, say goodbye, and we got it. We good.
She done paid her dues 100-fold.
Right.
She has. She done paid her dues 100-fold. And she has paid her dues to the point where, there should be respect on her name. Like, what was his name? Rick, what was his name? He said, put some respect on my name. Birdman. It should be some respect on her name.
Right, because she conquered radio and TV.
Yeah. It should be some respect on her name, and she should be able to bow out gracefully. Yep. I think that if she should happen to make a decision to not come back, and yes, there should be a farewell show where she just says, guys,
even if they have to
this
roll
is
out
what my life is.
I'm
I'm just going to live my life, and and she's talked about that. She's talked about what she wanted to do if she should ever retire, and I think that if that's what she wants to do, if she wants to retire, I think she should go on a good note and not with all of this controversy on her health and her mental health and so on and so forth. I think the producer should give her time to get back to her center, and then they can just allow her to bow out if she's going to bow out. Now, if she's going to come back, that's a great thing too. It's a great thing too. Y'all, let me just say this.
No, I like your idea better. I think that's what my issue is. Like, at this point, if she doesn't come back at this point, I'm going to be upset, because I felt like she's worked too doggone hard. Like, y'all need to at least do a video farewell or something, because no. All these guest hosts, and then these guest hosts just ride out the season. We don't hear nothing from her. No. Period. No.
Give us a chance to give her flowers.
Right, exactly.
Wendy ain't the evilest person in the world. She ain't evil. She ain't the first person to talk about people in the social media. That's what we all do. We're commentators. We're content creators. We talk about people. We talk about situations. That's what we do. You know, we get paid for doing it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what we do. Some child, it's so many of us that go that route and talk about celebrities and things like that. Y'all, this ain't nothing new. You understand what I'm saying?
Amen. I love your commentary. You're so right. Exactly.
Maybe I sounded a little harsh in the beginning because y'all, that's just my salty. That's me just putting.
But no, even then you had a point. Because even then you had a point, because sometimes you can't go too far. And sometimes you will let that ego and that toxicity feed your ego until you forget who you are. I got exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah,
I got exactly where you're coming from.
Put a little Lori. Just put a little Lori seasoning salt on it, honey. I'm just a little salty. And maybe one day I will forgive Wendy for her little gay slur. Maybe I will. You know, I just can't forget that look on her face when she said what she said. It was just like, you know, it was just like angry.
Look, I wonder, low key, I ain't trying to be funny because that's my auntie in my head, but maybe she was on and that's nothing. Everybody want coke. I'm like, y'all do know it's other drugs besides the white powder. You know that, right?
Right.
And you guys know if she's battling depression, she could be doing the Anna Nicole Smith with the Xanax and the alcohol. Like, she's really giving me Anna Nicole vibes. Like, y'all talking about coke. That is not, I'm not trying to be funny, but if you've seen coke, you know what you don't even got to do coke to know that coke is you very hyper. Like, Wendy, I'm about to call her, see, Wendy and Whitney, see, they too much alike. Yes. Whitney Houston.
Yes. Whitney,
you can tell that she was on coke because she was very much right. And Wendy is a little, she's giving me Anna Nicole vibes.
Yeah, she giving you Whitney vibes too.
Yeah, she can give you Whitney vibes on certain days too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. She will give you Whitney vibes too. That's why I get them mixed up. And now that is ironic. Now I did talk to my sister about this too. I said, how ironic is this? That okay. She did talk about Whitney Houston, and then it's so funny because it was like she dragged, but it's like, but she didn't say anything. She didn't make up a lie. But yeah, you don't want to you don't want to kick somebody while they're down. You just don't.
She understood her.
Right, and she should have came with her with a little bit more compassion. I guess her whole thing was at that point she was living clean, so she was like, "Girl, don't play me, because I know." And when you living clean, you will look down and be like, "Girl, come on, come off it."
I think that really scared her because I remember when Whitney Houston passed away.
She was devastated. Yeah,
how emotional Wendy was because I think she saw her life in front of her face.
Yeah.
You know, because Wendy Williams her and Whitney was two in the same. The only difference was Whitney was a little bit more sassy than her. You know, she came from the streets. Wendy Williams, and that's another thing. Y'all, Wendy Williams didn't grow up in the streets.
Yep.
Grew up in the streets like Whitney.
Nope. You're right.
It was two different people, but there was one and the same when it came to, you know, they had that drug in common. You know, they had it in common. And y'all being
and Quantum Cap is saying that they had dealers in common. They never met, but they dealt with the same people.
Yes.
There go that circle, like I told you.
It is, Joseph. Joseph, you something. You know how we always say the gay community is a small world?
Because it is.
In the music industry is a small world. Y'all, it's thousands of celebrities out here, but trust me, it's like 6 degrees of separation. It is. It's like it's a small world. It is.
But yeah, she got emotional because look at the parallels. Okay, both had toxic relationships.
She was like, that could be me.
Yep, both had toxic relationships. Both had one child. Both children dealt with substance abuse issues themselves.
Yeah.
Both of the kids are like caretakers of their parents. Bobby Christina used to always look out for her mama. And what are you seeing now? Kevin looking out for Wendy.
Yeah. And he and her son, he was doing synthetic drugs.
Yep.
And had to go to rehab.
Yep.
Y'all, they ain't no different.
Nope.
And that's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. This is what I want. I want y'all to hear this. They're no different than us. They're no different than us. And so I say to you this. I don't care where you go in life. You get what you give. You have to humble yourself. If you do not humble yourself, you're going to succumb to something that it will knock you off your feet before you turn around. It's just like that movie we watched the other day, Christmas Deja Vu, Joseph. It will knock you off your feet. You will be at the top, honey, and before you know it, it will turn you into this person that you never thought that you would be. Humble yourself. You gotta humble yourself, or if you don't humble yourself, trust me when I tell you, your downfall is coming. It's coming, honey. And sometimes it comes fast, and sometimes it comes slow. But it's coming. You get what you give in this life.
Do I need to sing my song?
Joseph, don't do that to me. Right?
Yeah.
Don't do this to me right now, child. I'm trying
to give him a little Jesus.
I'm trying to motivate the church. Don't do that to me yet, Joseph. Don't do that.
Yeah, no.
But you got to humble. Listen, this is why I am the praise. I'm so glad that God made me the way I am. And me and my husband, we have arguments about it all the time. He'd be like, Jamel, you too nice. Jamel, you too nice.
Parallel different.
Yes, he'd be like, Jamel, you too nice. And I'd be like, Joseph, what the fuck you mean I'm too goddamn nice? And I cussed him. Last time I cussed him out, he was in the damn hospital. They said to him, do you need us to call a counselor?
Hello?
Uh-huh. They said, do you need us to call somebody? What did they tell you, Joseph?
Huh?
What did they tell you in the hospital after I cussed you out?
Oh, when I told you to leave?
Uh-huh. No, when I
said, get up and go. I said, just go home.
Uh-huh.
And you got up and stormed out.
Uh-huh.
The woman.
I sure did. Cussed him out right in the hospital because he called me too nice.
The nurse came running over. She said, are you okay? Do you need help? I said, girl, do I look like I need help? She looked at the heart monitor. She said, well, your heart isn't racing. I said, why would it race? Honey, that's my husband. I'll beat him before he makes my heart race. And she started laughing. She said, should we block him from coming to see you?
Yeah.
I said, I should tell you yes. I said, but he'll.
Because he always,
I said, he'll gag y'all.
Now I don't, but I used to get in my feelings when he used to
tell me.
Let me tell you
something. I was hysterical laughing in my head because I said, if I tell him to block him, child, I could see him now coming up here and having.
Oh, child, I done tore that hospital up.
What do you mean I can't see my husband?
Oh, child, I done tore that hospital up, child. I done tore that hospital up.
I said, I can't even do this.
Child, they had a SWAT team out there, child.
No, because I was so ready to do that just as a joke. But I know you would have turned that hospital so completely out.
I would have turned that
hospital. They really would have banned you.
I would have been in jail. I'd have been in jail, honey. You ever seen John Q? You ever seen John Q? I would have held the whole emergency room hostage, child.
It was. She said, "Are you in danger?" I said, "No, Molly, I'm not."
Yeah. One of my friends said, "Blink twice. Blink twice, Joseph. If something wrong, blink twice." Child, let me tell you something. I tore that whole hospital up. I sure would have. But y'all.
Yep.
Y'all, I want to ask y'all in the chat, what y'all think?
Should Wendy come back or should she bow out gracefully now?
Right.
I believe that at this point, I mean, as we see her health is declining, she needs to just bow out gracefully. I just didn't want it to end like this. I don't like these guest hosts, her not being able to give us updates. She's never not give us an update, whether it be a video or a funny little thing on Instagram, something, I just want her to at least bow out gracefully. I'm like what you said. Like, let her get herself together. If she got to rock out the last few months of her contract, because I think her contract is up in July. If she comes back in February to July and then ends it on a high note for her birthday and just ends it, I'm okay with that. I just don't like what's going on right now.
Right. See, I'm with you, Buzz. I'm like, this is where my frustration lies. Y'all cut out the guest host shit. Cut out the guest host shit. And Wendy, I want you to make a decision. I want her to make a decision on what she needs to do. I think on a personal level, and I usually don't give my personal opinion, but on a personal level, I believe that your health is the most important thing. I don't want to see her, drop dead on stage.
No.
No, I don't want to see her drop dead on stage. So for me, I believe that she has made so many great strides in media, in social media, in media. Period. I mean, for Christ's sake, this woman is in the media museum.
Yep.
She's pop culture. You know what I'm saying? I believe that she has enough in her roster, in her resume, that she can bow out gracefully, like the queen that she is, and just say goodbye, people, and just go on and just live your life. Just,
Yep.
just like whatever that is. If it's being by your son's side or being more involved in his life, she says that her and Kevin are still good friends. If that be the case, just go and live your life and be happy, and don't allow just this pressure of being in media to consume you to the point where it's going to kill you. Just bow out gracefully. That's what I believe that she should
I
do.
say, even if they gotta roll her out in that wheelchair,
Yeah,
and she say, "Y'all, I can't take it. I can't do
Right.
this no more.
Right.
I'm gonna come and say goodbye.
yes,
I'm bowing out gracefully." And let people applaud her, give her her flowers, and
Uh-huh.
roll her back off,
Exactly.
and let
Thank you,
Shirley
Joseph.
Shepherd take over
Thank
after
you.
that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
Because let me be honest, even with the whole dementia story that was broken by another commentator, I felt bad because even if, let's be honest, even if that is true, if that's how you wanted it to come out, you feel what I'm saying? It's just like so much. It's just not fair.
yeah,
Right.
and
Like, even if that is what's going on with her, let her come out, go out with a bang, and just say, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let
Yes.
her, because she could be a spokesperson for something like that, maybe. But let her get her mind wrapped around it and let her make some decision on what she wants to do instead of it being put out there. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is not, it's not fair because one thing about Wendy that I love and I had to defend is that people like to say she was a liar. I'm like, no, Wendy her delivery may have been wrong, but you can't necessarily say she was a liar. Her delivery was always messed up, but she
Right.
was never really a liar. She's
Right.
never tell a bold-faced lie. No.
Right.
And so I do feel as though, I'm asking, I feel like, it might not be correct to ask for that because she's exposed so many people's things about them, not giving them a chance to wrap their head around what they need to do. But I would think it would be cool if she could have gotten a chance to say, okay, this is what's going on with me mentally. Let me get my mind around it. Let me see how I want to deal with it and proceed, and
Right.
then we'll move forward. And then she could have made her announcement and said, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. And when she's more comfortable, she could have been, like I said, a spokesperson for it or anything. Like,
Right. Now, y'all, last thing. I'm gonna ask you,
Mhm.
Bud. I'm gonna ask Joseph, and then I'm gonna see what I got to say. If
Okay.
you, if Wendy should ever watch this video, or if you were her good friend, what would be something that you would say to her personally?
Um, and this is funny because I feel like she'll get criticized for being soft, but show people, and I think she did that a little bit when her and Kevin first broke up. She was showing people who she really was, and then it kind of became a thing of, oh, you getting soft. But no, show that person who you really are. Show people, like how you guys said, show people the Wendy, not necessarily the Wendy Williams.
Right.
And bow out gracefully. It's okay. You've been doing this for over 30 years. Not even 30 years, over 30 years. You made your mark, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. You are an icon. So it's okay.
Yeah. Joseph?
You want to ask me that after you ask me what I would tell Justice's mother?
Yes. Yes.
Well, honestly, what I would tell Wendy is, I'm like, girl, listen. You done had your run on radio. You done had your run on TV. Bow out now. Do it now. Do it while you're still hot, where you can just say, I just can't do this no more. My health is more important. Get on TV, say your goodbye, and go live your life. And be Wendy. So Wendy Williams is gone.
Yep.
Williams is the show. Wendy Williams, the show is over and going.
Right.
And Just live your life. It's Wendy. And then if you need to do a podcast, if you need to do social media,
Right.
do it as Wendy. Don't be Wendy Williams no more.
Right.
Because Wendy Williams is who people were reveling in your downfall because they felt you deserved that.
Yeah.
Show them who Wendy is.
Right.
Because I think you've always hid behind Wendy Williams because you were afraid to show people who Wendy was. And I get it. Because if they see the nice Wendy, they'll take advantage of her. But if they see Wendy Williams, they already know, don't fuck with you.
And exactly, you know what? That's so. Oh my God, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you're right. Because remember, she was bullied and talked about as a kid. So I do believe that became her armor. That is so true.
Yeah. And when you build up a defense with your mouth and you're good at it, people are afraid of you and they don't really mess with you because they know Wendy Williams is going to expose them. Right. But Wendy is going to be brought you to the end and be your friend. Right. So I think she needs to show Wendy and leave Wendy Williams where Wendy Williams is and say goodbye to the show and say goodbye to Wendy Williams. And when she gets better, if she wants to come back, she can always come back as Wendy. And I believe they would give her a talk show called Wendy. And she said she wanted to be Black Oprah too. Right. So do it like Oprah would have did. Right. Don't do Wendy Williams no more. And people are gonna probably not accept it at first, but you're Wendy. You're Wendy. Right. People eventually will catch on. They didn't like you at first on the radio and swore if you got a television show they wasn't gonna watch it, and they did. So, I think change is always inevitable sometimes because at a certain point things get played out and you gotta change if you want the longevity. So that would be my advice to her.
Here's what I would say. I'll be like, this Wendy girl. Me and you, we cookie crunch, girl. And I see what's going on, Miss Thing. This is what you need to do, girl. You need to get you a nice, cute little outfit. Let them bling out your little wheelchair, girl. You up, girl, and just roll you out there, honey. Just go out with a bang, Miss Thing. Miss Thing, you don't need this show. You do not need this show, Miss Thing. You got plenty of money. We can shop on Fifth. Miss Thing, me and you, we can hang out. We can go to lunch. We can do a whole bunch of stuff, Miss Wendy. You don't need this. Now, if you want to do a little special here and a special there, people are going to watch, Miss Thing. They're gonna watch. You don't need this anymore. You don't need the heartache and the headache of this girl. Come on, Miss Thing. Miss Thing, let's just be a regular girl, honey. You can go visit your son on campus. You can go visit your father. You can take care of him. You and your brother, y'all can bond back together and stuff like that. We can be a family again, Miss Thing. Okay? But you don't need the Wendy Williams experience anymore. The Wendy Williams experience, people have gotten a full belly off of that. Okay, let them get full off of something else when it comes to you. See, because I believe this, and that's what I would say to her. But let me tell y'all something. I believe this, I believe that, when you are at the status that Wendy is at, she's at the same status like Oprah Winfrey. It's like Oprah. Child, when Oprah come on, honey, everybody tunes in. Everybody tunes in. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why they tune in is because it's like, oh my God, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see that you still got something going on.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so that's why I feel like, she can end this career, this portion of her career on a great note and still be respected. Well, regardless, whatever way it ends, she's still going to be respected. Let's be clear about that. You know what I'm saying?
But she's already made a name for herself.
Right. I just want her to be okay. I want her to be okay. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Mental health is real. And I tell y'all this shit all the time. Mental health is real. And this is how we're going to end this show. First of all, I'd like to thank Buzzworthy TV for joining us this evening. Thank you so much, Buzzworthy TV.
Thank you, guys. You guys have such a great commentary. I love your spin on everything. It was very thought-provoking, you thought you were going in. I thought you were very unbiased. I really understood where you were coming from on all aspects. The
Thank-
sympathetic route, the harsh route. I really understood all aspects of where you guys were coming from. And I think this is a great commentary. So people like, share, subscribe.
Thank you
I've
so
been watching a lot of commentary. This was really authentic.
thank you so much. I really appreciate. We
And please
really
don't let
appreciate
this
it.
be the only time you come.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh no, I'm gonna be back.
Well, you're definitely gonna be back. You're
Oh
definitely,
yeah, we should. Yeah, I'm all into the hot topic, so we can definitely.
yes. Please, Buzzworthy, send us your information so we can get to know you on a personal level as well.
Okay.
And we thank you so much for joining us. And I'm very sure that everybody in the chat appreciates the conversation and enjoyed the conversation that we had tonight, guys. To end the show, I really want to say I really have to say this in terms of and I have to say this in terms of what's going on with Wendy Williams, because I do understand that she's dealing with a lot of mental issues. This is why I tell you guys all the time: mental illness is real. It really is. And if you are experiencing any issues when it comes to your mental health is the most important thing. It is the most important thing. You have to handle it. If it be that you go and speak to a professional, if it be that you go and speak to someone, if you need for somebody to go with you to speak to someone, then take the extra step to take care of your mental health. Okay, take the extra step. It's okay. And unfortunately, still in our communities, the Black community, that stigma is still there. It's still there. You're not crazy. You're not crazy if you see a therapist.
And Jesus can't fix it.
And Jesus can fix it, but he can't fix it all. Okay? He can't fix it all. Go seek help if you need to seek help. Okay? Go seek help. And just know that there are people out there that will support you, and that there are people out there that care about you. And if they don't care about you, know that the TheMKingz care about you. If you have an issue, a mental issue, and you need to talk to somebody, you need some direction, contact me at TheMKingz@gmail.com. And if I can't help you, I'll get the help. I'll help you get the help that you need, because I've been through it before. Let me tell you something. When I realized that I was having an issue with my mental health, I ran like hell. I tell you, run to the nearest whatever you need to get yourself together. Mental health is the most important. It's so important, guys. It is. It's so important. On that note, I don't know, Joseph, do you have anything else to say?
No, I hope Wendy gets better. That's all.
I do.
I hope that she finds the peace she's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I said, I want you to bow out gracefully. I don't want them to just take your show and give it to somebody else. I want you to be able to bow out gracefully and say you're done. Not let them tell you that you're done, because that's what it seems like is happening. But I wish her well. I do.
Yeah, I do.
I do wish her well in spite of everything else. I do wish her well, because I don't see how this is karma. I mean, the show thing, yeah, but her health and all of that, no. But I just wish her well. I hope she gets better.
Get better, and make a choice. Make a choice. And network, y'all, stop with this. Y'all, they don't realize they torturing us with these guest hosts. I really just want her to make the best decision for her. I really
right.
do. And y'all, like I said, I know that some of my words were harsh and stuff like that, but like I said, I look at things from the reality point of view.
No,
it's
you're
so important
really.
for y'all to know that you get what you give, and that's really it.
So make sure y'all are following us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course right here on YouTube.
Buzzworthy, don't you go nowhere.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to become part of the McCray King's Kingdom, hit that join button. If you don't see it, the link will be in the description box.
Sure will.
And become a lord or a lady or even a knight at our round table. Because at the end of the day, membership has its privileges.
Yes, it does.
Also, make sure you check out the McCray King's boutique for everything McCray King's and dare to be different.
That's right.
You can have coffee with me and Tramel on your mug in the morning, like our show, Coffee with the Kings, or you can have some dare to be different merchandise. Because why would you want to be the same?
Yes.
And if you would like to help support the McCray King's platform, our Cash App is right there in the corner, left-hand corner of Jamel's screen. Please feel free. All donations go back into the platform so we can bring you a wonderful, exciting show like tonight.
That's right.
I want to say thank you to Buzz TV. I appreciate it. And again, like I said, I hope this is not your last time here because I really
do not be a stranger.
your commentary as well.
I won't.
And your thoughts. And like Tramel said, don't go anywhere. And you know how we end every show, y'all. Walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And if nobody told you they loved you today, know that me and Tramel love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And all you religious or righteous followers know what's coming next. So you might as well repeat it with us. Yeah. What is it?
Walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And always remember it's Team McCray.
All damn day. Later, y'all.
Talk
See
to
you
you
tomorrow
soon.
morning at
Bye-bye.
11:30.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
All right.
All right.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Oh. Yeah. Hold on for a second. Joseph, you have to go on stream. You ought to end us. I'll do it. Hold on. Okay.